All right, so
Yeah.
it started. Hey, hey, people of the YouTube, if you're watching,
Probably not watching.
nobody's watching. Uh, that's like so depressing off the bat.
No, nobody's watching.
I'm gonna send it to Jeremy so we have one viewer. Uh, so if you're watching this at some later time, this we're just gonna talk about the Minecraft server. I don't even know what to call it anymore. Like
What was it called last?
Gameropolis. So uh,
Gameropolis.
Gameropolis, first and last name. That is odd. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna be talking about that the whole time. Blah.
Whole Tom.
Tom. I'm getting notifications on Facebook that I shouldn't be getting. Sorry. Uh, God, send it there. Okay. So, yeah, let's just start off with it. First, first day or so. It was
Yeah.
first day.
Yeah.
That was not the right word.
Well,
Second
the
day.
so the way that I got on the server, which I was co-owner for some time, got on my level. I I talked with my brother, his brother, and him in a group call, just playing some random garbage. And he sent me a random request on Skype, and I accepted it, which he did not expect.
Yeah.
Um,
Side note, that was just like completely unexpected.
and then I heard that he got a server from my brother, and I was like, "What's the IP?" So I got on, and that was the first server that I had been on, and I forgot how my like my 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 welcome was not welcome. I forgot how it went.
Oh, it
How about you
was
explain that?
all right. So I got the server on my birthday, February 19th, like 2013 or something. I It was like evening, so I didn't really get to do much with it. So the next day, it's the next day. Jacob logs in, and I wasn't at my computer when he logged in. My brother was, and my brother decided to be a oof. I don't want to say that word necessarily. You want to be a dick. That's a more
That's a
somewhat
nicer
PG.
way of saying it, I guess.
That's a nicer. He wanted to be a dick, and he was like he was uh essentially GTFO. He was like just get off. He just started off get off, and then I got back. Once I got to the computer, I realized someone was like, "Do you want to help?" But I phrased it in a weird way. It was like, "Do you need help? If not, get
Yeah, and I
off."
was just like, well, I got it, but then I reread it, and I was like, wait, no, I don't need help.
Yeah, and so essentially he said, "Sure." We Skyped, and oh, the first days were horrible. Oh man, I had no clue what I was doing. Absolutely no clue. I knew nothing about plugins. I knew nothing about Minecraft other than survival and like faction. I knew nothing about servers. Like that was it.
Yeah,
I
and
knew
I
nothing.
knew next to nothing about Minecraft, and I didn't know anything about servers.
Yeah. So the first bit was really rough. I couldn't get plugins in right. Everything just kind of fell in my face, and it wasn't right.
Yeah,
But
we did it like we did super janky things. Like we tried to make a store at the Wild, and we
that
put
was
signs of how much it cost and what the item was. And we didn't make a very big store, and the signs were supposed to be on the outside of the store.
and
And
we couldn't even really use the signs. We
yeah,
couldn't get the
well,
plugin to work.
no, the way that we did it was we had to have a staff member inside the hut.
Oh, oh,
And
oh
there
yeah,
was
that one, that
water.
one, that one. I get it now. I
Yeah,
remember
there
that one
was
now.
water coming out, like a waterfall coming out, and they would throw the item into it, and you would do slash pay the staff member. So that
Yeah.
was probably the most janky thing that we did.
Well, but yeah, that was one of the most strange things we did right off the bat. That was actually, I'd say, a good month or two in, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, well, no, it was, well, yeah, probably until we started thinking about doing um doing the store. But our
Yeah.
Warp Wild was the best Warp Wild, even though it wasn't really wild. There was like a bunch of buildings and stuff, and there was like a farm, and then you ventured out not too far to get to the wild and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that one now.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
very first one we had.
hmm But like the first days of the server though was
Yeah,
those were the worst, I'd say, because well, I wouldn't say those were the worst. Those were more of the best. Actually,
yeah,
it's weird. I have mixed feelings of it because like it was the worst because we had no clue what we were doing, but it was best because we literally spent like 18-hour days each
yeah.
day on
Yeah, I
Skype
remember one
on
time on the end of the
Minecraft.
day, at the end of the day, I saw that we had been calling for like, I think it was about 18 hours, and I was just like, holy shit, I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, we we the funny thing was I wasn't even accustomed to staying up at that time, but we spent so like I'd say the first three what was it 3 weeks 2 weeks
It was like 2 months.
it was a very long time. Each day we would have like at least a 8 hour call,
Yeah.
and we were on it. We were building like looking back at it now, there was like nothing to show for it. You know,
Yeah, I don't know how we spent that long building like a spawn and a couple arenas. Like
that
now
were
thinking about that, I could have built pretty much everything that we built in like 2 months in 8 hours.
yeah, if that freaking we sucked at building. It was
We
um,
didn't know how to world edit. Well, Casey knew a little bit, so it took him like a really long time to find the IDs and then type in the command because he kept getting it confused.
yeah, that feels so long ago now. Gosh, I'm just thinking about that. 'Cause,
Well,
like,
it was 2012.
no, it was 13 because I got it. Oh wait, no, was it 12?
Yeah, it
No,
was
'cause
12. It was
no,
up for
I got it when I
2 years.
was 14
Huh?
because I got it when I was 14 because I turned 16 and that would be 2 years and that's when it ended. So I got it when I was 14. So it was 2013, but still, that's 2 years ago.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, it's still a long time.
I thought
Uh,
that it was 2012. Wow.
yeah, it wasn't. I guess it wasn't that long ago, but
It
it was
felt
a
like a long time ago.
it feels like I can recall things from when I'm 7 easier than I can recall those. Uh,
What was the next name? Like Epic Craft or something?
ooh, we haven't even got to that stage yet. The next name was Elite Craft.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Elite Craft.
But let's talk about more of the ugly now. Uh,
About the Gameropolis?
about Gameropolis, the ugly.
Yeah.
Ooh, gosh, should we use names? I guess it really
Uh,
doesn't matter. It
did
doesn't
we
matter.
grief in
Oh
Gameropolis?
yes, Gameropolis. That was one of the main reasons it switched names.
Oh,
Uh, so we can use first names, just don't mention last names.
yeah.
All right.
So
So
the first one, I know the first one was Sam, right?
yeah, let's kind
Was
of
Jack
say
there?
who these people are
Was
first.
Jack there?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, no, because Jack was one of the spearheads of it. All right, so these
Well, I
people
thought no, I think that the first one was just Sam and me.
might have been. I don't. There's so many. Okay, you guys did so many that it's
Yeah,
really hard
let's
to
lay
keep.
down some groundwork. So, I wasn't very committed to the server, and I have a friend that I've been friends with for a really long time, and he just got Minecraft, and we made him a staff member,
Oh God.
and
Let's point that out. That was a big mistake right off the bat because we
yeah,
got off on a very wrong foot.
yeah, yeah,
Me
so,
and like his friend Sam, we got on. He was just a player at the time, but I thought he was griefing at the time. Griefing wasn't allowed, and so like I like flipped. I flipped crap, and it just we got off on a really bad wrong foot, and then we made him staff member for some reason.
yeah. Well, anyway, so then a couple times, not a couple, a lot of times, we griefed the server, Sam and I, along with some other people, but it was always Sam and I that were the main people.
There's one or two times that you didn't do it, and it was just Sam and the other guys.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure there was one time where it was Sam and Jack, and it wasn't involving you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was only one time, but
Well, yeah, you were the main cause of the griefings.
well, no, it was Sam that like convinced me, but I didn't put up much of a fight.
You're like, all right.
But since we were staff members and I had access to everything, and at the time we just OP'd our staff members because we didn't know how to do permissions or anything.
Yeah, nothing.
We we had permission to everything, like we could do anything that we wanted. So the main thing that Sam and I did on our off hours was grief the server. And I
Hmm.
don't remember what the first one was because there were a lot,
Don't remember the first one either anymore.
but I know it had to do with lava, water, and just a bunch of stuff.
I think it was literally like it was one of the spawns that I just was complete crap that like literally I should have thanked you for destroying it. Uh,
Then you got Myth of Us for a little
pretty
bit.
valid reasons.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's a
but
big Minecraft server, it shouldn't be taken seriously. I took it completely seriously.
yeah, we took it way too seriously.
Way
Minecraft.
too
And we
serious.
were just like, this is my life. Because I mean,
Yeah.
and we were like 12,
We were like 13, 14, that
13, whatever.
we were around the age of just pure stupidity. We spent all day on it pretty much every day. So to us it was our life at the time, but it was complete crap.
Well, and then another griefing, which was, I think the same one was on Gameropolis, was where Sam, me, we got added back as staff, and
Don't
so
know
did
why.
some of Sam's friends. Well, one of Sam's friends, Jack.
Which was the biggest mistake because Jack was another spearhead that
Yeah,
really,
there were a lot of red flags with Jack in the first place,
yeah,
but we added him anyway because why not?
because
And
I was stupid. It was, yeah.
well, anyway, so then we griefed once. Well, not once, but this one time it was pretty bad. Uh, I think Jack left a lot of signs that time directly
Oh, are
inside
we
the
talking about the
server.
one with the big TNT wall, or is that not yet?
No, that I wasn't involved with that one.
You weren't? I thought you were involved
No,
with that one.
no, you just
The one
blamed me
where
for
like,
being involved with it because I had been involved with like five others before that.
oh, and then, no, I was thinking about the other one. Whoops. Yeah, duh.
The one
Go.
with the big block in the sky.
Yeah, there's a big
That
block,
one was probably the worst.
and then like everything was turned to nether. Oh, well, let's get to that one in a minute.
Yeah. But anyway, um, so this one wasn't too bad. We just like flooded whatever we could, put lava on most of the stuff, burned down a lot of it. We
Yeah.
didn't really know how to unsafe zone stuff, so we just like blew up around the spawn, and some of it got in the spawn.
Oh no, that's
Um,
Elite Craft.
oh, that was? No, wait, that was when I was still in creative. I was talking about the one before this. No, wait, we didn't even we just claimed it for your faction. We didn't even safe
Yeah.
zone it at that
So
point.
essentially, what he's saying is they griefed a lot in the Gameropolis stage, probably about three
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, three
Uh,
times. So then,
so
in
then
Elite Craft,
how did we make this
we griefed
decision?
too much. The
Oh
last
yeah.
time was really bad. I don't remember exactly what we did because the terrible ones are mostly in Elite Craft. Um,
Was the tree in the tree was in Elite Craft, wasn't it?
yeah, the tree was Elite Craft.
All right,
That
but
was
okay,
the one with the
before we
TNT
get
wall.
fully out of Gameropolis, I'm gonna make a side note. Remember the people from Argentina?
Oh my God, yeah.
Those were our only consistent players when the first few months.
Yeah,
Like
but there were like five of them, so we had five players on pretty much every day.
but the thing was, they're from Argentina. Only one or two spoke English, and
Yeah,
like a very broken version of it. So
yeah,
we had the hardest time communicating with them, and the whole time we were just like trying our hardest. Anytime like their house burned down because they did dead fireplace. We went and fixed it. Like we were trying our hardest to keep them,
Yeah,
and they couldn't even
because those were our
understand
only
us.
players. There were some that would play like on the weekends and stuff, which is weird
But
because it was the summer. But
completely random. It was like random times and crap. It was just stupid. But yeah, okay. So sorry, I just want to put that one in there.
yeah. So I don't remember what the really bad one was that made you switch over to Elite Craft. Actually, I think that was one that I was not involved with. I think there was two that I wasn't involved with.
it probably involved what
Liam?
the Liam and stuff. There
No,
was
Liam
there
wasn't
was
there until Elite Craft.
yeah, true. Elite Craft was oh crap. Yeah.
No,
So
wait.
no
Did
no no
we
no no
grief?
no
Wait,
no
did
no.
we grief at all in Gameropolis? Because I remember that Sam and Jack had just then joined at the end of
Oh
Gameropolis.
wait, no. There was one griefing in Gameropolis. There it was right at the end. I would say it was a tiny griefing, but it was it was significant enough for me to get mad, remove you guys, and then still somewhat have you
Yeah.
somehow. And like you were the one that came up with the Elite Craft as the name.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that we didn't grief in
No, you
Gameropolis.
guys, I do remember that because that was one of the reasons I wanted to change the name. I
Alright.
just don't think it was. I think it might have been probably a month before the name change.
Or was it no, wait, it was because you couldn't get the plugins to work, and so you thought that like changing the map would help.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
Now we've got our story straight.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry about that.
we changed the map, and right at the beginning of Elite Craft is when I started getting the plugins together.
Yeah.
I do know that. Not too much, but I started getting them together. So I decided that I thought to get the I had no clue what the plugins were in Gameropolis, and right towards the end I was like, hey, if I change the maps, that would somehow affect the plugins. It didn't. I did it, and then I was like, let's just change the name because we had kept one map for the whole thing, so let's change the name. Jacob came up with the Elite Craft. I liked it somewhat,
It
and
was kind of a crappy name now looking back on it.
yeah, so we stuck with it. Uh,
Yeah.
and that's right when Jack and Sam got added on.
Yeah, that's when Jack and Sam started playing a lot.
Mm-hmm. Because it became
Um,
summertime.
and so we made a spawn where it was that one with like the checkered ground with like the glass thing above the main spawn, right? Like above the pathways.
Ooh, I don't know. I can only remember the tree one and that box one, the wooden box one that we created like three different times.
That was in Gameropolis.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so I think the first one that we had for Elite Craft was I set the ground as gold and diamond. And so if you don't know
No,
what
no,
it
no, no,
looks
no,
like.
no, no, no. That was towards the end of the Leecraft
No, that was
because Jack, Sam, and Liam. Sam was still there, but Jack, Liam, and all the other effers were all gone by then. Only Sam
yeah,
was there.
yeah, okay.
So
Okay, so sorry
so
about
it was the tree. It was the tree one. All right. So that
that. Okay.
we had this spawn that was a tree house thing, like this. It's a tree looking like you spawn in this giant tree.
Yeah, and I
We
made it, which was hard.
yeah, we put the rules inside. I made a church outside of it because at that time I was like super religious and weird and stuff. And so I made this like Baptist church outside. We put a shop in somewhere. We kind of slowly
We put it at the
expanded.
top. We put the shop at the top of the tree.
Yeah, we did. Uh, um, there was a lot of things. We put parkour in eventually. We had plots and all this stuff. And then magically a freaking TNT wall appeared out of nowhere, but they couldn't blow it up because it was safe zone.
No, there was one before that, which was the bad one with the block in the sky. That was the one before that.
No, because the block in the sky was the block in the sky with the one with the nether one.
Yeah.
That was that was when Jack got removed forever. and
Okay.
Liam and everybody got removed forever. I do remember
Okay,
that one
so we
very
did a
well.
little grief before the TNT wall then because I remember I wasn't involved with that one, and
Yeah, you guys did a little grief. It was more of
it was more just like setting stuff on fire, pretty much.
yeah.
So then after that, they did a TNT wall,
Hmm.
just a giant wall, which I don't know how they got this far, but it was like I don't even know how many blocks it was. Like like they it was pretty much from one side of the world to the other. They found a freaking mushroom biome.
Yeah, they did a lot of a big old thing of that, and but they couldn't blow it up. It
Yeah,
crashed.
well they it crashed because they set the wall that long.
Yeah,
And if they tried to blow it up, then it would definitely crash because there was so much of it that wasn't even in safe zone. But
yeah,
yeah, and I know they did a couple of little stuff, but yeah. So then after that was the big one where a lot of people never came back.
Oh yeah, because there
Uh,
was Liam, there was Jack, there was what was that other dude's name
I
other
don't
than
know,
Sam? There's there was a lot of guys that were
like
like
Thomas
Sam's
or something.
friends, and they were all there. They were all staff because I just was like, hey, friends, like cool. You know, didn't really give a shit. Whoops, didn't really care. Uh, and they
Was
for
you running
we
like
need
a
to get
PG channel or something?
what? Oh no, I
You,
don't really care. I just usually don't swear just in case my mom finds out, but I don't care anymore. Uh, so so we haven't gotten into the reasons why you guys have griefed. We like totally have skirted around
oh
that.
yeah,
We've like completely skirted
we
around. There is
started.
very good reasons for the big griefing.
Yeah.
uh, you want to go into it?
Sure.
Let's.
So Casey got a little bit power hungry.
Yeah.
All that stuff kind of went to his head because we had regular players. He had a good bit of staff. So he started making like more strict and more numerous rules for the staff. Like, and some of them weren't even necessary. Like, no having infinity pools and no having bases or something like that.
No drug references. That was
Yeah,
the main one that I can remember.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, it was just
so
great, ridiculous.
and he just made a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense. Was not
Yeah,
necessary. Just
complete
a bunch
ridiculous.
of yeah, just a bunch of power hungry moves.
Hmm.
So we retaliated by griefing the spawn, which I don't know how we can describe how it was, but we'll try.
I got it. So this is I'll give you a basis because I actually remember this one very clear. Because I'll tell you how I discovered it. I got on one day. It was you guys had grief that night. I hadn't been on in a day. I got on because Jacob's brother's girlfriend was on for some reason. Don't know why. So I just jumped on. I was like, oh, player on, and I go to spawn, and I'm shocked because they turned the whole spawn to a nether biome. There's a
Yeah,
giant block in
I
the
didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to change biomes, but Jack did.
yeah,
So he
Jack.
changed the biggest area into Nether, which which I gotta admit it was actually kind of fun griefing. Sorry.
Oh,
Um,
we'll
but
get
he
into the fun griefing yet some other, I mean, in a second.
he went all the way from the plots, which it was a good 50 blocks away from the actual spawn. So we
Oh my
went all the
buddy.
way from the plots, changed all the plots to Nether, went all the way to about 100 blocks away from spawn the opposite way, like diagonal. So we changed the whole spawn, a lot of players' homes and stuff into Nether, the Nether biome.
Mhm. And then there was you guys placed a block in there which had tons of like a giant block that would fit the whole nether region, but it's tons of different types of blocks. There's like cobwebs, lava, tons of different crap, just useless. Don't know why it was even put up there. Uh,
Because we wanted to just like decimate the whole. If you were gonna get rid of what we did, we wanted you to crash it like 3 times. I
And
remember that because we talked specifically about that. I think I actually brought that up.
and then they put lava everywhere, and this is what got to me the most. Of
Signs.
the signs. It was like
Sam and Jack put those up, by the way.
I I will say that in my life, I don't think I've ever had so much direct insults towards me than the amount that were on those fucking signs. Like I could take the griefing. Like my brother often insults me all the time, but I couldn't take those signs. Those signs is what sent me over the edge. Like literally every block had a sign on it, and it was just Casey can suck cock. This Casey's a dictator. Casey shove a Jesus stick up your ass. Like
We um we put a bunch of fences up on the way to the plots, and we put most of the signs on that. Oh, and Sam made the basement of the Baptist church a Satan worshiping pit, which I did not approve of, by the way.
I didn't
But
think you would. We didn't truly talk about that griefing too much. We did not.
I didn't see most of the signs. I saw a couple of them, like "Suck D Casey" and stuff like that.
Dude, if I were,
Um,
I realize now that if I were to be that like weird teenage snitch and like sent it to you guys' parents, you guys would have been in so much fucking trouble because
yeah.
of those damn like I don't have the evidence of it anymore, like the what it was to show
Yeah,
us to read it.
but he took a bunch of screenshots of all
I
of it.
took screen well because I was beyond livid. Like I took it way too seriously. Now don't get
You
me wrong,
take it like, yeah,
the insults made sense somewhat to take seriously, because
yeah.
insults are
They were
insults.
pretty bad.
They like I'm not joking when I say like it's not Casey suck cock. I don't remember them anymore, but they were horrible. Like anybody that saw them was like, this is bad.
Yeah,
Shit,
I
like it was.
didn't see most of them. Like I just saw the stupid petty stuff. But like, and then he showed me the screenshots after the Elite Craft, which we'll talk about that later. But um, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was just that was the by far in Elite Craft was the biggest griefing and one of the biggest griefing. It can go down as one of the biggest griefings in the server's history.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, well, that one was the biggest, but I remember what the one before the TNT wall was because I was over at Sam's house and we just put a bunch of stupid crap. He put a lot of swastikas, which I didn't like.
oh yeah,
I always do that,
who always put
but,
swastikas?
which is weird because he's Catholic. But yeah. So we did a lot of stuff over at his. So that's why I remember that. It's because we were over at his house.
So yeah, well after that happened, got removed, got added back. Another thing happened, removed, added back. The big griefing happened, and that's when I said, no, I'm done. Jack was removed forever. Liam was removed forever. That other fucker was removed forever. Sam, I thought was removed forever, but he wasn't. Uh, Jacob, I kind of knew he'd come back at some point. There was just kind of that there, and literally it only took like what?
After Elite Craft, you went, well, that wasn't the end of Elite Craft.
Oh no, no, no! That was just the beginning.
Yeah.
Uh, what was you? Okay, so then you got added back, right? And then you like did something to my statue, right? Was
No,
that?
we that was that was in the spawn that I was talking about with the golden diamond floor.
Oh, you got removed at that one. All right.
Well, I
So
got removed twice for that. Um, no wait. So I was in creative, and we had statues of our skins because we were egotistical bastards.
yeah,
So I was just like goofing around. I put like a smiley face on his statue, put like a unibrow, and I think that was about it. I might have lowered his eyes or something. And he got so mad that he removed me.
yeah. And
Like
then
seriously, he
was that the
that
one that you were gone for like super long?
yeah.
Yeah, so he was gone for probably 2 months, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not the end of that. I I got on a little bit after that, which you weren't there for that. You weren't on, and I guess you didn't see until you got on. But I was left in creative when I was removed and kicked, or temporarily banned or something.
Hmm.
So when I got on again, I was still in creative, and I was like, holy shit. And I think I was talking to Sam while I was doing this. I griefed. Sorry. I griefed everything that I could outside of spawn. I
Oh, I
ran
remember
out
that.
of spawn.
I remember that because I got on while you and Sam were doing it.
Oh,
Remember?
you did?
Remember? Because that's when we had the biggest like weird fight in chat. Like it's like for some reason
Oh
I wasn't
God,
banning you
yeah.
guys. I was just sitting there and arguing with you guys, and like for some reason it was the most insult that was used was that I was a fat fuck.
No,
That
the
family.
most insult that was used that I was a fat fuck from you.
Well, the thing was, I just know that I kept hearing Sam saying that nobody runs in my family, and then I was like, "What?" And like, it was like this very immature back and forth that I should have ended the second I got on. That I just didn't. Uh, so we had this like probably about 30-minute back and forth until finally I said, "You know what? Fuck this," and just what was it, banned or temp banned? I think it was banned. No, it was banned.
Yeah. And then I got on one time just to see, like 2 or 3 months later.
Oh, I've got a lot to fill in between those.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah.
Like what?
There's a lot to fill in. Okay, I've got a question. Was Ashley added before you left, or was she added after? She was added
It
before me,
was
right?
while I was gone.
It was well, okay. So
No.
no, she was added right before you left.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, so this chick named Ashley, she got on, and quite honestly, she probably got added because she was a girl. I it was my decision, I believe. Uh, I added her. We
Yeah, I
had
didn't want to add her.
test out too much staff before. Like we had always had problems with staff. Well, Jacob leaves, and that leaves me and Ashley there. Now, when you put a power hungry 13, 14-year old and another girl there, it just doesn't work too well. I mean, it worked good somehow, and I'll explain. This, like, for some reason, for about probably, you were gone for probably about 3 months, 2 months.
Yeah.
The first month it was just me and her, and it worked out fine. We actually got a steady stream of players and stuff. And then this guy named Aaron, or My Milkshake 23, came along, and he was seeming cool. I started talking to him, and I was like, I'm gonna add him on staff. And then he got a friend on. Oh fucking shit, beast. Logan. Oh man, added him. He was his best friend. I didn't realize what they were doing for a while. Then they got mad at me because I made Ashley head admin. And honestly, I can admit that I will admit when I added her it was because she was a girl. I made her a head admin because she was with me the longest and she actually did shit. Uh, well, I went on vacation in Branson, Missouri somewhere. I went on vacation for a week. The first day I got there at vacation, I got a text from Beast. He said my number. He's like, "We're griefing your server." I was like, "Ha ha, no, you're not." It's like, stop messing with me. See, we had this like joking friendship thingy, and I was like, "No, you're not." And then he's like, "All right, well, then don't believe me, whatever." Then I get a text from Ashley because she also had my number. Another weird thing. She's like, Logan and Aaron are griefing. I'm like, well then freaking ban them. And like I'm sitting at a restaurant, first day of vacation, panicking, sitting on my phone trying to get to like the console, trying to ban. But right as I logged in, Ashley goes and bans them and shit. And like she is literally left there to fix everything and stuff. It was so horrible. And so they got removed then, and they were banned and everything. But about 2 weeks later, they both came back on. They apologized, and for some reason, like I always fucking do, I added them back. Yeah, so I added them back, and then at that point, I decided to fuck with the staff at many different times. One of the times was I was going to be this hacker, Herobrine, whatever the dude, and everybody on the server had to be vanish. That means even players. So players got promoted to moderators and stuff, including somebody named Abstract Elite. Uh, we'll get more into him later, but that's just something that needs to be put in there. So I got a lot more staff because of that, because I didn't want to remove them. And then I noticed that Beast and well, Logan and Aaron were like getting to the phase where they looked like they were going to end up griefing again. And so I unbanned Jacob, not knowing if he'd come back on. About a week later, he randomly shows up online. Now Jacob can help fill in from there. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob's gone.
No, I'm not.
All right, help
Sorry.
fill in from there.
All right, so uh, I didn't know that it was like a week after I got unbanned. I just
Mhm.
got on because I wanted to see if I was still banned, and I wasn't, which I don't even know why. I think I actually removed it from.
Yeah, you did. You told me that. I remember that.
Yeah, I removed the IP from my server list because not because of the statue thing, but because of the banning after and the argument mostly.
Yeah.
Um, so uh, so I got on and I was like, wow, I'm not banned anymore. And Casey was just like, oh hey dude, what's going on? And he was being super friendly because I guess he wanted me back as staff, which I didn't know that. I just wanted to like have some kind of rank again, so started working at being a builder, and I built this wooden castle which was complete shit.
Hmm.
And I was just like, all right, so can I get builder for this? And you're just like, yeah, sure, yeah, yeah, do it, yeah. And
Let's call.
yeah, and I was just like, okay, I guess. And you were just like, all right, so what do you want to be again? And I was just like, well, I was working towards builder. Which is like, no, what do you want your title to be? What do you want it to say in front of your name? I was like, what? And it's like, all right, so I want you as staff again. What do you want your title to be? And I was like, I don't know. And it took us a while. I was second in command for a while, which I don't even know.
Those. So I I I eventually stopped beating around the bush and said, "You're going to be co-owner, but I don't want you to be named co-owner."
Yeah,
And so we
yeah.
came up with
So
command.
yeah, second in command, which was way too long.
Hmm.
So later we just ended up becoming co-owners. So, and then at some point, I don't know where this came from. Actually, no, I think it was before this. Um, Sam was no, it must have been right around here. Sam got unbanned. He got staff pretty quick.
Oh no no no! We have to wait. Beast, the beast situation.
That
Remember,
was what?
we had to deal with beast. Then Sam got added back.
Okay. All
All right.
right.
So
So,
like I had
uh,
said when I was just talking about the beast thing. Oh shit! I just dropped my chips. Sorry. Like I said, with I was talking about the beast thing. I could tell that they were like getting close to where they were like going to grief again. Like you could just tell in the way they talked to me and shit. So I
yeah,
unbanned Jacob.
you actually told me that you were just like, all right. So I think these two are gonna grief. So be prepared for that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why I added Jacob back. And don't get me wrong. I didn't say this, but I admitted to literally everybody when I talked about this. That phase that Jacob was gone, I essentially had gone crazy about this like the server because I didn't know what to do. Jacob had been there the whole time, so yeah, I got crazy about it. But yeah, Jacob got added back, and I would say it's probably maybe a week later, if that. Uh, Beast and uh, Milkshake they griefed again. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, but this was bad. Like they hacked in somehow.
Yeah, they actually locked us out of the server for what was it, 10 minutes or so? I just know it was
It
like
was
mid.
about 20 minutes.
I know it was about midnight. I was like not even supposed to be up. I was trying to be quiet as hell.
Yeah, and you texted me, you're just like, get on.
You're
And
like,
I was just like, what? See if you can get on. And I tried to get on, and I couldn't. Which was like, all right, call now. And I was just like, what's going on? I was trying to sleep.
yeah,
And and you were just like, they're griefing. And I was just like, well, right now? Yeah. Can you not get on? It's like, yeah, no, I can't. It's like, crap, they locked us out. And they locked us out of console.
hmm.
Like, I don't even know how that worked, but
There's some things that I can't explain to this day that they did. Like they somehow like this 12-year-old kid somehow got into console, which was password protected and everything, and just locked us completely out for 20 minutes. I'm not even sure how we recovered it.
yeah.
How did
Yeah,
we
well,
recover
I
it?
think that it was like a temporary thing where like you could lock them out for a certain amount of time and then ran out. So it ran out, and we got on, banned them real friggin' quick. Saw what they did. Wasn't even that bad, which I don't know how they didn't do anything that bad in 20 minutes.
They just like blew up Spawn. Like it wasn't even that good of blowing up.
Well, they blew up wild mostly.
Yeah, they blew up wild mostly. Spawn was still blown up a bit.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit, but wasn't that wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So we got
Oh,
on.
wait, so the spawn.
Hmm.
The spawn was a big diamond block in the sky.
Was? No, it wasn't.
No, wait, that was after Sam got added back.
I don't remember the big diamond block in the sky.
It was when he kept making like mushroom
Oh, oh,
places on
oh
the
yeah,
planet.
yeah. But no, this that
And then
was the
the
golden one.
unicorn
There was
that
the gold that Ashley made. Yeah.
yeah, that actually made yeah.
But this was the golden one that they blew up. We got on, we banned them, and Ashley was still there, of course. And Sam got added. Was right?
Um I think he got on, started playing, and then he got added to operator pretty quick.
Yeah,
We made a new rank called operator, which was about as powerful as head admin, but they aren't in charge of the admins.
yeah. They're more like people that just essentially fucked around.
Yeah.
That was our way of going around it. Um, when did Adam get added? He got added in Revolution of Seer right before it.
No, it was before that. Because I
Uh,
remember he came up with the name Revolution MC.
oh yeah. All right. So Sam got added. He got ranked up, and then
So we changed the name for the co-owner to second owner, and then he got promoted to operator, and then a few weeks later we called him and we were just like, all right, so you're gonna be third owner, and he was like, I don't believe you. So he didn't believe us for a long time, and we gave it to him, and he was like, I still don't believe you. You're just gonna take it away in like 2 days. So he had it for a number of weeks.
mhm,
So he was our third owner, which we had three owners, which was kind of ridiculous.
it made no
Especially
sense.
since it was ridiculous that Sam was one.
Yeah. And in that time, Adam came along, which is Abstract Elite.
Yeah.
Uh, he he came along. He was moderator in the past. He logged on and he's like, "Can I
No,
talk
he
to
was
you guys?"
moderator when you added everybody as moderators so they could go and vanish.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's moderator with Beast and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, he's like, but he logged on and he's like, "Can I talk to you guys?" Was that what phrase he used? Like, can we Skype?
Yeah,
Me.
and he was just like, all right, so I'm a little concerned, which he was trying to sound all, professional and stuff, which he wasn't at all.
Yeah.
Just like,
No,
so
we
I'm a
found
little
that
bit
out already.
concerned about my old rank. I was moderator, and I was just wondering if I could get that back. And we're just like, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh God. God, dude, this just I miss Adam. Damn. Sorry, that was just really random, but let's keep moving on. But God damn. Um. So, yeah, that Adam got added back. He moved up ranks decently at a
Yeah, I
decent
think he became admin pretty quick, and then he built this water mill, which oh my god, he was a really good builder,
builder. Yeah,
and
and
he
then
built this water mill that I don't know how to explain, but it was amazing.
Oh, freaking hell! I just completely forgot about them.
Huh.
Justin and Julia, they got added in Elite Craft too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Justin and Julia. Well, I think it was Julia and Justin got added later.
Well, they
But
got added bef- right before the Switch. They were moderators.
oh, okay.
Because they all right. So let's talk about Justin and Julia for a second now. So Adam had been on. He made a spawn for us. It was pretty cool. Probably one of the best we had ever at that time. And a
Yeah, at
lot of
that
people,
time it was the best.
it, a lot of people got on one day, and Jacob wasn't on. It was just me, and like literally 15 plus people, and I got really
There were
overwhelmed.
20 and you were just like, "Dude, you need to get on," and I wasn't there. So you just had
Yeah,
to deal with it yourself.
and so people started applying, and I made it a rule where they had to have Skype. And pretty much the only people that had it was this guy named JamDam101, and then he's like, and I was like, I'm not interested. And it's like Julia PRMSK Nights. I was like, oh, hey, let's Skype. Let's see if we can work some ranks out.
Let's see if we can work some out.
Like that's how it was. And so I got on Skype. I started talking to him. And they're like, yeah, maybe we could do a builder. We're pretty good building. So I started building, and I texted Jacob. I was like, there's these two people. I think I should add them. And James was all like, oh, no. Essentially, that's essentially what you said.
Yeah,
You're like,
because
no.
we had more staff than regular players at the time, which I was okay with hiring one of them, but I wasn't with both of them.
Yeah, but to this day, you probably think that was a good idea that I did.
I don't think that it was a good idea that you hired Justin.
Well, but Justin was he was the gateway. But so I talked to him on
Yes.
Skype, and because Justin was the first one that applied, Julia didn't apply, and I just kind of was like, hey, and I was like, I'm gonna make you guys moderator, blah blah blah. Jacob got back. Jacob got on, and probably about a week later, they got removed. Both of them. They got removed and
Both of
put.
them got removed?
Yeah, both of them got removed and put down to builder.
Huh.
Because Jacob, Adam, Sam, everybody that was staff agreed to remove them. Oh, Ashley at that point had generally faded away.
Yeah, she just kind of disappeared. Technically, she's still staff.
Yeah, like
Even though
as
the
of
server's not up anymore, technically.
the retirement of the server, she was still staff. She was the
Yeah, she
longest
just
running staff
disappeared
other than
though.
I am, other than me.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, she disappeared. I had her number. I didn't care to text her too much until recently. I texted her and she's like, "Oh, I stopped playing Minecraft, and so sorry about that." Like we had a decent conversation, and then I removed her number, and yeah, but she explained that she just stopped playing Minecraft. So she faded away at that point in the Minecraft server. Uh, yeah, and then we was Daniel added before what he was, right? Daniel was added before the switch to Revolution MC because he was one of the ones to help out with Adam at
Um,
the beginning of Revolution MC.
yeah. Yeah, I think he was added a little bit after. No,
I
was it
think
after or before Julia? I think it was after Julian and Justin.
after Julian and Justin, like pretty much when they were gone, like when they were
Yeah.
builder. So he applied, and literally to this day, best application ever.
Yeah.
He was so professional. He was so cool, and to top all that, he was homeschooled. And Jacob and I are both homeschooled, and so we
And he
were
was a
like,
good builder.
he was a good builder too. We were like, this dude, we have to add this fucker. So
Yeah.
we added him. He ranked
No,
up.
wait. No, 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 no. It was after Adam.
Well, it was after
Because I
Adam.
remember, yeah, I remember Adam was like reading his application. You're just like, yeah, Adam.
Yeah, Adam. It was after Adam and after Julian and Justin got added, then quickly demoted to builder. So yeah, he got added, and then one day, was it Sam griefing or what? What caused us to switch to RevMC? I know I
I think
wanted to do
it
a
was the
complete overhaul.
permissions screwing up again.
Yeah, and I wanted to do a complete overhaul. I didn't do remember that was part of the reason. So we essentially sat down for a meeting because you were at Sam's house at the time.
Yeah, I was at Sam's house. We sat down for what we call the staff meeting, which I guess is what you call it, but we took it like way too seriously.
Hmm. And
And we
fucking
sat there for probably 3 hours just trying to come up for a name for the server.
hmm. It took us way too long. And then Adam, like me and Jacob were talking about some things, and Adam was like, Revolution MC. And we're like, no. And we're like, okay.
Well, it was between Western MC or Western Craft or something and Revolution MC. And then he just put some like bullshit reason that we should name it that. And we were just like, yep, let's name it, yep.
Essentially, we wiped our hands of it at that point. We were like,
We're just like, all right, yeah, let's do that. So then we named it Revolution MC. And the
"Eh."
spawn that we made it's one of the best ones, but not by far the best. It's by far not the best one.
Are you talking about the faction spawn thingy?
Yeah, the faction spawn.
All right. So in that time when we switched over, somehow we added Julia and Justin back in the process.
Yeah, I think it was after we became Revolution MC they got on. We were just like, oh hey, want to be staff? We need builders. And they were just like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, why not?
We actually talked to them on Skype a decent bit because we knew Justin and Julia. Like there was a few months span because between EliteCraft and Revolution MC there was a 2 month downtime because we were waiting on an update.
Yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah. And
we
that's
had
when we were building.
we had gotten to know Justin and Julia really well with it, along with Daniel and Adam, and that was us. That
Yeah,
was that
yeah.
was
That was the main staff group for such a long time.
that was like our grouping,
Yeah.
and so we built stuff in that 2 month downtime. They got added. Justin, so the server went pub. Oh wait, so we have to recall what Sam did to get removed. Oh yeah, he stopped Sam. We need to go back over
Yeah,
Sam.
he just
Sam,
stopped doing stuff.
he stopped doing stuff, and so I made pretty much the sole decision to be like, we're done with him.
Yeah.
And there was no repercussions that time. It was finally Sam was gone.
Well, he started like getting all pissed at me because he was just like, I just thought that we were gonna have like fun and stuff. Because I've been friends with him for uh 12 years, and and he just wanted to just like hang out and have fun on Minecraft. And but his version of fun was griefing the shit out of everything. So that
Yeah,
was pretty much the only repercussions was him getting a little bit upset.
I felt no repercussions because I never talked to Sam. I think the only time I talked to him afterwards was random calls where Jacob added me too. So yeah, he got
And
removed.
well, you didn't know this, but after he got removed, he, for like a month and a half, he tried to convince me to OP him and get him on so then we could grief the hell out of everything and just like destroy the server forever.
Aren't you glad you didn't do that?
Yeah,
Because
I
we,
refused every time,
we
and I was like, no, I don't want to grief it this time.
because we hit the fucking glory days
Yeah,
right after that. Uh, God damn, we hit the major glory days. Uh, so Rev MC went public. Revolution MC, Rev MC, whatever.
yeah. So the spawn though for the
The spawn,
factions,
faction spawn. Oh my
w-
god.
we made it was like a little town,
It was
and
made mostly by Julia. Jacob helped. Let's make that very clear.
well, I did some stuff.
Jacob was like Julia was like the architect, and Jacob was like the grunt hands assistant.
Yeah. So so it was like so as you would imagine, Revolution MC was like the civil revolution and stuff, like the
Yeah.
Civil War and stuff like that. So it was kind of set in that time, which I know it doesn't make any sense, but
It
it was kind of like that.
it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was like wooden cottages and stuff, and
It
so every one of the staff members made a house, and Julia's was, well, she made the enchanting house, but the main one that she made was the one that you spawned in, and
oh.
It was amazing. It was like the town hall. So
Yeah, it
I
was
don't know how to describe it, but it was just
it
amazing.
was a two-story. Okay, so imagine some like old Revolutions. Like most of you guys people would watching this know what Minecraft is. Now the older style builds, like from the Revolution days, it's a two-story. It was pretty big. It it had tons of detail on it. It was just fucking amazing. Like
It was crazy.
it
And
used
under the windows there were like flowers and grass and stuff, and it
yeah,
was great.
like it was there's really no other words to describe it other than amazing. It's older style amazingness. So she built that, and then there was the shop, which was also amazing.
Yeah, she built that. I did some stuff with that though. I did
Oh
more
yeah,
with that than yeah.
I remember watching you guys.
And
I
that
was
was
a
her
fucking cunt.
favorite. That was her favorite building the store, which I will admit was amazing.
The store, oh dude, love the store so much. So yeah, that spawn it was amazing. Daniel was there, Adam was there, Julie was there, Justin was there. He made a boat, but later on with Justin, what was the reason that we removed him? That,
Um,
was it because he was just being annoying?
I think it was because I don't even know. It was
I
because he was being like disrespectful, just being an ass pretty much.
Yeah, I think we pretty much even Julia agreed upon that just remove him.
Yeah.
And so we removed him, and that kind of literally led us to our what I at least I would literally call that the glory days. Like for
Yeah.
I don't know how many months for a decent long while everybody would talk every day because it was like summertime by that time.
Yeah, it was an
And
entire summer. Like the
we would
first
talk
day
every
to the last day of summer, we would talk every day, all day, building and
we'd
stuff like that.
yeah we do so much crap and it was just all that fun shit.
Yeah, it was
And
really fun.
along those
No, wait,
days,
that's when Adam built the watermill.
yeah, that was. Uh, a lot of shit got done because there was awesome builders. We kind of grew with somewhat of a friendship, I'd say, that
Hmm.
was kind of completely fake. Jacob and I got left in the end, but we won't get to that yet. Uh, we everybody like bonded essentially. It was generally I would just say the funnest effing time.
Yeah,
Um,
of the server, yeah.
on the server, a fun time. After that, though, things started to deteriorate. Well, actually, during that time, though, we were running about 30 players at times, like 20
Hmm.
players during the weekdays and like 30 players on weekends. We were
Yeah,
running a high rate of players for a 1 gig server.
yeah.
Like we had never ran that rate, and then shit
Wait,
happened.
I need to say something.
Hmm.
At the end of Elitecraft, at the very end, Casey said that we were going to like redo the map, and I had griefed some like older players stuff that they didn't get on anymore. Just griefed the crap out of it because we just weren't doing anything with it.
Yeah.
So uh so Adam asked if he could grief a player's house, and I was like, yeah, sure. And I didn't know that it was an active player's house, so he griefed the crap out of it. They got on and they were just like, who did this? And he was like, oh, I guess I did. And they were just like staff griefed, and those were our main players at the time, which I don't remember their name, but I think you became pretty good friends with them. And
I don't remember their names anymore. I just knew it was
I
a
think it was
brother
like
and sister
I think it
duo.
was like John or something. I don't know.
It was a brother and sister duo is all I knew, and I didn't give a shit for the brother.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Uh,
so he griefed that player's place, and he flipped shit.
yeah,
Um,
it caused us to lose a lot of like our core players because of that.
yeah, like 5 players. So that was just one I wanted to say.
But and
Nah,
then
um,
Revolution MC. So let's start talking about the downfall of Revolution MC. Summer ended. People got busy. we start talking less and less. Uh, we it's just like generally when it's we started talking less and less, we lost our players at that time,
Hmm.
and in the process, we when was Julia removed again? I forgot when she was.
Well, this was before she was removed.
All right.
What I wanted to say. I think this was before she was removed. We built the best spawn that we have ever had. Was that before or after she was removed? Casey?
Before.
Okay, so before she was removed, we we built the best spawn that we've ever had, but she was busy, so she didn't have a whole lot of time. But she built the main wall, and well, I built it a lot too. So that spawn ended up me building most of it and her just helping, unlike the faction spawn. And this one was a lot more elaborate and just crazy.
It was. I want to say something. It was like a spawn you would see on a like freaking Mineplexer, like a hub server
Yeah,
spawn, like a big.
yeah,
It was huge. It was awesome looking. It was amazing.
yeah.
It was just.
And all four walls, it was a square, and you started out in like kind of a sphere circle thing, and you go down some stairs, tells you where like the rules and stuff are,
Mhm.
and all four walls was the most elaborate thing I've ever built in Minecraft. Um, she maybe copy and pasted two walls. No, it was like one and a half, and she couldn't get on very often. We built it in sections, so there were like white quartz pillars in between the sections, and so we built one section, and then just copy and pasted it all along the walls, and she pasted about one and a half walls, and I kept trying to get her on, but she would not get on because she was either busy or she just didn't want to call. So I ended up pasting the rest of it and building like a giant fountain and pool and stuff in the middle, and just pathways all over the place. Um, yeah. The pathways were probably one of the hardest parts, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, but needless to say, that spawn turned out amazing.
Yeah, it
It
was the
was
best spawn that we've
the
ever
best
had.
spawn we ever had, and yeah, um, somewhere I'm gonna jump to Daniel before we get to Julia's end.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that
Daniel,
was. I think that was.
Daniel was before that when
Yeah,
he
it was.
ended
It
up.
was way before that.
So Daniel had a friend of his, two other friends of his. I don't know when, but there was Artrick and then this guy named Matthew. Artrick got added to staff, and like this is the common mistake. We have somebody, we added their friend, and shit got bad.
Yeah.
Uh, so I added Artrick, and then this guy Matthew, which is friends with him. I added him because I thought he was cool. Everything I had some somewhat strict rules that players could, if there was players in a faction with staff, that base could get raided, and
Yeah.
I helped another player grief it because I was getting annoyed by them a lot because I just didn't want players in a base, I mean, in a faction with staff. So eventually, just crap got
Oh,
bad.
Matthew was Daniel's brother, I think, right?
No,
Or no, that was just a player.
Matthew was he did get added to staff, but Matthew was Archer's friend. Emmett's friend.
Okay, so Daniel's brother was just a player, and he
Hmm.
kept bringing him into his faction. So that's all the stuff that I'm gonna say. Keep going.
Yeah. But another player I would help secretly help raid their base. Uh, I made it where staff is not allowed to attack players even if they're raiding the base because it's just unfair. I mean, I was just attempting to piss them off, but it was unfair. So Emmett Artrick, he ended up attacking him, and I caught it, and I just banned him on the spot. I was done. I banned him then, and just shit kind of got escalated to the point where Matthew got removed, and then Daniel somehow got drugged down with them.
Well, yeah, he started like bad mouthing us and stuff.
Yeah,
Um, and the one thing that I think just tipped the scales over was, and we saw this happen multiple times and told him not to do it, but he kept doing it. Whenever they almost got raided by a player, he would kick his brother from the faction and safe zone his area.
yeah, make
So
it
then
peaceful.
they couldn't, they couldn't like raid it or anything.
Yeah,
So he would kick his brother from that, and then the second that they left, he would add him back, and we're just like, okay, you can't do that anymore. And he kept
we
doing it
were.
every single time.
I will admit we were really bad at communicating with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kept doing that, and eventually it got to the point where we had already spent a few months with him, like we were bonded, but this it led to the point where we ended up removing him. I think it was both of our decision, but it was more of I was. This was the one thing I there was only one case where I can remember Jacob pushing of removing, but that wasn't Daniel. It was more of I kind of pushed towards it. So we ended up removing him. He did this sob story, which it's like I'm crying at the keyboard, whatever. I'm not going to badmouth him. He did all this stuff, and he just got removed at that point. He did so many things that we were just done to remove. No, he did get added back though at some point
Did?
by Adam. Adam's like, I think we should bring Daniel back. Right before Julia got removed.
Oh.
Yeah, so Adam was good friends with Daniel. They don't know each other left. They were just friends, you know. And he's like, I think we should add him back, and we gave him a second chance. We apologized. We did our thing, and yeah, he got added back. Um, oh, Julia now. Let's talk about Julia. Uh, should I do? No, I'm trying to think of how I should phrase this one. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Let's explain what happened with Julia. We had said in the past that she wasn't getting on. We asked her to call. She would say no. She would give excuses. I mean, admittedly, there wasn't players, so she didn't really need to be on. But we generally wanted her on. Everybody else got on a regular basis. You know, uh, so we generally wanted her on, but she wouldn't get on. And Jacob was more the person that talked to Julia the most at that time. I was
Mhm.
kind of not the person. I don't know. Like I wasn't the person that would contact her. You were, you know.
Yeah.
And so I guess you can help explain what went down.
Hmm?
Explain what went down with Julia, because I'm like very, totally horrible at phrasing this.
I don't know. Type it to me in Skype, and I'll try to.
Well, no, I mean like what went down with Julia, like why she got removed and everything, like how that situation played out and shit.
I don't really
Like,
remember.
all right, I'll just be blunt about it, and I hope you don't give a shit. Wait, I'll message it. Never mind. No, I won't. I'll just say I'll avoid that one. All right. So sorry. So Julie wasn't on a lot. We messaged her, and then Jacob one day he's like, you know, I think it's about time we should remove Julia. Now, don't get me wrong. I was somewhat expecting it, but it did take me as a major surprise too. uh, because like she was up there. Like Adam was it was just me, Adam, Jacob, and Julia. You know, like that was the thing. And so it took me by surprise. I would admit, I was expecting it somewhat though, 'cause she wasn't on. So Jacob's like, I think it's about time we remove her. And at that time, I said, I regrettably say I back it, his idea, but I'm not necessarily wanting to do it. I, that's what I
Well, you
do.
didn't say anything about it. You were just like, okay.
Like, I think I was more in shock, and I was just used to like this weird drama thing that I was just like, I guess. So Jacob talked to her, and she was like, wasn't responding or anything. So I messaged her, and when I guess she kind of took it as like when I messaged her and it's like, hey, can you call for a second? She's like, okay, sure. And added to the call, and that was the worst. I will have to say that was the worst removing of staff I
Yeah, it
ever.
was pretty sad.
It was sad, and the way I was doing it was like, remove staff, you no longer. That's kind of how I did it. Like I was nervous as shit.
Yeah, he
I
just
will say in my mind, I didn't say it out loud to Jacob. I did not want to. There was like literally only a 10% of me that wanted to remove her. I didn't want her gone. So I was I did it somewhat. I was like, yeah. Then Jacob kind of took over. It's like, yeah, you're not on. Then we're not gonna have you as staff anymore. And that call lasted probably a minute and a half. And I messaged Julia. I said, tell Jacob. I was like, well, I said I gotta go. You guys talk whatever out. And I messaged Julia. I was like, tell Jacob you gotta go, and then call me. She's like, um, okay. And so we joined the call, and I phrased it way better. I explained what went down, and I said to her right then I didn't want to remove her. I essentially went and just kind of threw Jacob under a truck, under the bus.
yeah, I didn't even know that he was gonna call her on his own.
Yeah, he had no clue what was going on. So I went threw him under the bus, and I said some things. I was like, I think Jacob's just mad at you for some other reasons and stuff. So at some point, I'm going to add you back, probably. And she's like, okay. Then the server just kind of went down, didn't it? After that,
Yeah.
the server
Players
went.
just depleted and depleted until no one played on.
Yeah, no one played on it. The server went like inactive for. Wait, no, no, we have to bring up Cora. The
Oh God.
Okay, so her. That was awesome. So this chick named Cora Cat 101 logged on. Anytime somebody has a 101 in the name, I should have just realized they're not good news, but did it anyways. So,
Wait, no, this was when Julia was still here.
yeah, Julie was still here at the time.
And
So was Danny.
literally everybody except for me wanted to hire. No, wait, Adam and I didn't want to hire her.
No, Adam was the one that said to hire.
Really?
Oh, Adam did want to hire at first, and then I said, let's do an interview. And Adam conducted the
Oh,
interview.
yeah, that was the first time that we did an interview.
Adam conducted the interview. She answered the questions correct, and then he's like, hang on, let me talk to my associates, essentially, is what he was like. And then he's like, yeah, we should hire her. And she said she was 16.
She
No
was
one believed
11.
that. No one.
Yeah, no one believed that. I didn't even want to hire her at all.
I was on board because, my God, I made the worst decisions.
Player vagina.
Girl, oh goodness, yes, let's do this. So I added her.
Vagina.
I added her,
That's basically how he added staff.
and she got her friends, her like best friend Violet logs on, added her staff because vagina. Another girl logged on, Pandas. Alexa, oh Jesus, no! Why did I even go into this category? Oh Jesus!
Oh my
So
God.
she got this.
She was like, she was 13, right?
She was 13. Yeah, she's probably 14 or 15 now. Uh,
She talked like a 2-year-old all the time, and I was just like, Jesus, talk like you're
yeah.
your age.
So, well, let's get into
That
her in a second.
me
Oh God, that song is so fucking bad. All right, sorry. So, Jesus Christ. Sorry. So, Cora got added. Cora started being this like weird, loudmouth, annoying person after a while. Uh, I'd say Jacob and Adam and Julia weren't on too much at that time. Nobody else was really on. It was more of
I
just
was on
me.
for a little bit.
Well, I mean, you guys weren't on too much. It was just me and
Yeah.
them three.
Yeah.
And so we Skyped a few times, I added Spleef, and we did a lot of Spleef. And eventually Cora and Violet got sick of it, and Alexis and I just did Spleef most of the time. And Cora, I guess, would get
that was when I was
jealous.
on vacation.
Oh, yeah. And but I guess Cora and Violet got jealous or something that like me and Alexis were talking a lot. I don't understand this teen drama shit uh that they had going on, but she got annoyed and eventually, what did we remove her just because she was a bitch? Is that right? Oh no no no
Uh,
no no, I remember now. February 9th. That's the date called out to me. So she was being annoying and everything, and I had like more been friends with Alexis at the time. And then Adam came up with this idea. He goes, "Let's go to the basics. Let's go back to the basics." Julie had been gone. Daniel had been gone. Did you drop? Hey, Jacob. Hey, fuck you. He just messaged me. He's like, they were jealous because you wanted to fuck her up the ass. Sorry, I'm just gonna say that out. But so Julie had been gone. Daniel had been gone at this time. And then Adam came to us and we're like, because the only other people were Cora, Violet, and Alexis were the only staff, I think. Maybe Tyler. Don't know. Uh,
no,
so
Tyler
he,
was. No, yeah, Tyler was there.
but Adam came to me and Jacob. Was like, I think we need to go back to the basics. Me, you, and yeah, like us three. And I mean, I was super like excited at first because he came to me at first actually, and then we called Jacob once the next day once Jacob got back from whatever he was doing.
I think I was just off the grid. I just stopped playing for a little while.
And so we called Jacob. Jacob, you agreed with it, right?
Hmm.
You liked the idea. I had one thing that I didn't want to do. One little
Alexis.
thing. Uh, uh, freaking, I was like, yeah, let's remove Tyler, Cora, Violet. Let's keep Alexis moderator. Let's just give her another chance. You know, she was with these two other girls who are complete bitches. Let's give her
Yeah,
this chance.
yeah, and we were just like, ugh. No,
And
I think that Cora and Violet griefed, didn't they? And they were just like, yeah, you got tricked by 11-year-olds.
oh no, that was later. That was when they messaged everybody us.
Oh.
Uh, so on February 9th, we decided to get all the staff in a call. We decided to call a staff meeting. We actually had to
And this
trial
this
mod.
was before the amazing spawn, by the way. Like
Yeah.
the really elaborate spawn.
Uh,
So this was all before that.
yeah. Oh crap, that was. Huh. So we had two trial mods. Two. We had this one person is very important. Her name was Sarah. She was from the same town I was in. She was a trial mod. She's very important. She'll come into play later. So, but we called him into a staff meeting, and then Adam laid it down. He's like, "You guys are fired, but Alexis." But I was like, "But Alexis." Like this,
Yeah, and then the rest of them just got so pissed off.
they got super pissed. They hung up the second he said, "You're fired, but Alexis." It's like they hung up. They messaged. It's like the F you sucker C, like all this stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, you got tricked by 11-year-olds." We didn't get
And we
tricked.
were all just like,
Knew it. We
we,
called it. Like
we
we were
knew
like jumping up and down almost and just yelling, "Yeah, we knew that shit!" Like
we
that
knew it when
was.
you hired you.
But also later that day, Alexis quit because Cora was a bitch and told her like, "You can't be friends with us if you're still working on the server." So she quit that day.
Um,
Needless to say, it was just like, oh, don't understand that weird thing. Then that spawn now because I kind of had to jump back for a second there, and then the server just went generally downhill because Julie got removed. This now we're back towards more present time. Julie got removed. Daniel's gone, I think. Uh, yeah, Daniel's gone. It was me, Jacob, Adam. Adam stopped playing.
yeah, Adam stopped playing for a long time.
Jacob stopped playing. I stopped playing. There's a 2 month down period, and I at that point had called it. I thought I called it. I was like, we're done here. And this is into the second year. This is more last year now. Uh, I thought we're fully done. I waited until what was it? October, and October and November, and I was like, I'm gonna bring it back up. I still have it until February. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it by myself. I talked to Jacob about it. You didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, I'm done with it.
Yeah, he
I
he
was
was
just
going,
kind of, I was just done with the server. I
and
was kind of done with Minecraft at that point.
yeah, I wasn't quite done with it at that point. So I decided to start it back up, and I wanted to go back to what I thought at the time was the best days. I wanted to go back to Gameropolis. I renamed it Gameropolis one last time. This is the final segment. One last time, Gameropolis, and I just kind of started off with some random stuff. I worked, and then this chick gets on, and I recognized her name. Her name was like Joe Ethan is a boss, and she is named Sarah, and she's from Lubbock, and she was a trial mod way earlier in the year, back in February.
Now, keep in mind, I don't know like pretty much anything that happened during this time.
Yeah, I'm essentially telling Kim at this time. So she jumps on, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Sarah," and she's like, "Oh, hi, Casey. It's been a while. I still have you on Skype." And I was like, "Yeah, you do." And so we talked a bit. We didn't talk on Skype really, uh, like actually call or anything. We just messaged and then everything. I was like, "I have no staff. You want to be staff?" And she's like, "Sure, why not? Let's do that." So she got promoted to moderator or something. And then her girlfriend jumped on because she's like pansexual or something.
I
Some shit
remember
like that.
this.
Her girlfriend logged on. Her real name's Maddie, or well, that's what she gets called, Maddie. And then, but she wanted to be known as Aberdeen or Abby in Minecraft, and so
Oh, this is when I came back on and became a player.
yeah, you were just playing around. uh And
Yeah, I was just like, all right, just make me a player. I don't want to be anything else. So at this point, I was playing survival, doing pretty damn well for myself. I had a badass potato farm and stuff.
so yeah, I started talking to Abby, Maddie, whatever, Aberdeen, uh, a lot. It was more staying up late, just chatting through the thing, the game, and then another chick got added. Yeah, another chick. God, whose also name was Maddie. Uh, she was added. Don't remember her username at all.
Yeah, I started playing around after the second Maddie was added.
And she was 12, and I thought she was mature at first, and she wasn't. She was just really annoying. But she got me, uh, Sarah, and Abby into Skype calls like two different times. We talked. Sarah didn't talk at all. She just typed because she was creepy. And
I actually
then,
talked to Abby for a good while.
yeah, yeah, she hated on you so much
She
after
didn't.
that.
She hated on me.
I'll say it in a second. Let me get to Julia, because Julia, this is before you actually started playing. Let me jump back a bit. Julia jumped on, and because this other dude that she had from another server she was staff on, he was on. I don't remember his name. He was a complete cunt. He was from another country. He spoke broken English or whatever. I was like, "Why no Julia staff anymore? She's the best. She's the best player and stuff." I was like, "Well, I don't think she wants to be staff anymore." And she's like, "What?" Like we were in chat, and I was like, "I don't think she wants to be staff
I was
anymore."
playing. I just wasn't on when this happened.
Oh yeah. And she just goes, "What?" And I was like, "Wait, Julie, do you want to be staff?" And she goes, "Well, yeah." So I'm like, let's call then, and let's get this over with. So we called for a bit, and she became admin at that time, so she was back. And
Yeah, I remember that.
so then we moved forward, and then Sarah started making problems because she wasn't who she said she was, and I noticed I was priding myself with being able to find stuff out about people online pretty easily. And she said she was 14. She truly wasn't. She was 11. Her real name wasn't Sarah. She went by a lot of different names. She had like so many different things set up to where her real name, I forgot what her real name was. It was something like some creepy, weird girl name. Something with an E. Uh,
Eugenia?
Something like that. So yeah, but she started causing drama, and then her and Abby broke up because they're dating. Her and Abby broke up, and she goes, and Sarah's like, "I've been here the longest. Remove Abby. Gosh." And I was like, no. And that's when I was like, yeah, you're done. Because like I had talked to Abby and stuff, and she's a cool chick, along those lines. I was like, no, you're done. So I removed Sarah from that time. She's gone forever. Because she started cussing everybody else, got banned, and she was gone forever. She was done. Uh, yeah. So a lot of stuff happened in between there that's more useless stuff. Getting to the thing that, oh yeah, the other Maddie got removed because she was just immature, and I was done with it.
How
Uh,
did Abby, was Abby hating on me though?
that's what I was getting to. So you guys talked late one night, you know, and me and her had been talking like late every night, essentially on Minecraft. And I was like, so Jacob's like talking about how he's had a cool conversation with you and all this stuff, and he's like, I thought it was kind of weird. It's like, huh?
Really?
It's like you try to copy me with like songs and like knew everything I was gonna say, and I was like, really? She's like, you shouldn't tell him that. I was like, yeah, let's just say that you just thought he was a cool guy. She's like, all right, thanks. Like,
Well, I wasn't copying the songs. I just knew that.
like she
I was
was
just like, wait,
generally
you listen to KG Elephant?
she was generally I thought it seems a little more creeped out
Really?
by by the themes of it.
That's more funny than angry.
And so I just lied to you. I was like, yeah, she thinks you're a cool guy. Uh, and then she got a friend. I don't remember what her friend's name was. Uh, Still can't remember. Oh, Taylor came on, and this caused like the downfall of this final season section. Taylor got on. She became somewhat staff, like more of intermediate. Julia just kind of stopped. Uh, she was she just wouldn't get on anymore like she always does because she always fucking did that. She was like, "Yeah, I want to be sad. No, I want to stop fucking playing." And like, so she was barely on, but I got to where I was Skype calling a lot, and then I saw that the player that generally everybody stopped playing, and it was probably back in December. This is of 2014, December 2014, and my brother came up to me with this thing that he's been working on
Well,
for a year.
before that, Titans started playing again.
Yeah, that's what the dude I was talking about, the guy from another country that was a cunt.
Oh, he
It's like
was from
Julia.
another country?
Yeah, he
Oh.
lives in America now, but he was from another country.
Well,
Spoke broken English.
a few people started playing regularly. And that was when I was playing survival. And I was living in like a cave, which was a pretty snazzy cave, I must say.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that that shit happened. We got players. It's just it like always.
And then it just blew up, and we had to ban a few of them. Well, he had to ban a few of them.
I banned a few. Jacob was honestly throughout this process. Jacob was still kind of a person I went to for stuff.
Yeah,
I
I was kind of like or not a consultant.
more of a consultant. Like yeah, like
Yeah,
everybody
because
knew
I
who
was
he
a
was.
player, but he still asked my opinion on stuff. So I was
In
just like a
yeah,
consultant.
consultant. So that happened, but we lost the players, and in December, my brother came up to me with this thing that he'd been working on in Minecraft, like this custom server style thing. He didn't have anything to host it. Nobody had been getting on, and I was like, I'll host it. I'll work with it. I'll be the sponsor of it. And well, he's like, you want to do it now? I was like, yeah. You only got till February. The server goes down then. He's like, what about your staff? I was like, I'll message staff. So I went updated the site, and then I messaged all the staff, and I was like, all right, Gameropolis put to rest. That's how I phrased it. I said, Gameropolis is finally put to rest. I was like, I am done forever. Literally, I was fucking done. It was done forever. The only thing I did then was a riot. I helped sponsor it. They did jack shit with it. We went public somewhat, and it turned out to be a complete fucking flop.
Yeah,
Uh,
I got on it like twice, didn't do anything.
Freaking
Because you
Abby
guys
and
didn't advertise and they didn't want to do anything.
yeah, true. But Abby and Taylor, they still from time to time message me like, "I miss the old server. You should bring it back. We hate you that you took it away," and all this crap. But
They still message you?
yeah, Taylor's following me on Instagram, and so randomly from time to time on posts, they'll just comment the shit out of me and just be like, "We hate you for doing that. We had so many fun times, and we FaceTimed for like 3 hours
You
that
FaceTime
time."
them?
Oh yeah, I FaceTimed them. I Skype video called them. I like freaking me, Abby, or me, Maddie. Her name's Maddie. I don't know why I keep calling her Abby. Maddie, because that's what I called her towards the end. Uh, and Taylor, it was like they were Taylor spending the weekend at Maddie's house and shit. So I was like Skype video calling them till like probably 4 in the fucking morning and shit. Like talking, we were just having fun, And but it just ended, and so they're still messaging me to this day about it and shit. And yeah, but the server officially went down. Like I got messages around February 19th is my birthday. Like Friday, it's like, all right, you need service, you need pay. And I didn't respond. They sent a second one, 22nd or something. It should have been down by then, but it didn't. And they're like, pay. The next one's going to be the last one. And then 23rd, probably, I got an email that says, all right, service has been suspended. And so right then, that was the end. That was the official end of this 2 year long piece of shit. I'm honestly like sitting here kind of sad about it, thinking back. But
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like if this was a book, this would be the saddest ending ever. Like we had so much fun times and then it just deteriorated, kind of like a rotting corpse, and then
it,
just finally got buried.
it, it was well. The thing was, this I wanted to get to this one last thing, was the Revolution MC. Like over that summer, me, you, Adam, Julia, and Daniel, we like made this weird friendship bond that seemed like we were all like real friends.
Yeah.
Like it all generally seemed like we just knew each other in real life almost. We knew a lot about what was going on with each other and everything. The summer ended, and that pretty much
And
ended
so
that.
did our friendship.
Like literally, me and Jacob could have taken this wrong, but like we thought we were friends. We thought we were going to talk a lot. We never like we were thinking, well, no, we're going to meet each other in real life. But we're not just going to suddenly end it because the Minecraft server's going down the drain. Well, no, fuck that. It's Minecraft server's going down the drain. Nope, they're out.
I
Adam took
thought that it was gonna end whenever the Minecraft server started to stop. I was like, yeah, it's gonna end.
it. It's just fucking sad. Like, I it I honestly didn't see it coming because the way we were talking every fucking day almost. It's like I didn't see it coming. I was blindsided by everything when it
Yeah.
comes down to it. So it comes down to the point where Jacob and I are now sitting here at 1 in the fucking morning talking about a thing.
Just
That,
reminiscing about something that started 2 years ago and ended a few days
it
or about a
ended.
month ago.
It ended like 2 weeks ago. It's like that's what it's come down to now. We pretty
It
much
ended
have
for me a while before then, though.
see. Well, it ended. It ended when Revolution MC ended. I did a last drive with it. I tried to pull a last drive. I wanted to do something and just pull a last like
Pull an
hurrah,
ace out of your sleeve.
and I wanted to go do it. And the only thing I did was eventually just kind of make it more sad and for me. And I did make it where I had fun for like 2 weekends in a row, just talking to some people on video Skype at night. Like pretty much, yeah, that's what it's gotten. And
Yep.
yeah, that's
Yeah, if
that's
this was like a book or something, it would be like the saddest ending. I mean, not really, but it would be kind of a sad ending.
it would be it would be a sad ending for anybody that tried to put themselves in our shoes.
Yeah.
If they put themselves in Adam or Julius' shoes, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Put themselves in our shoes.
Yeah, because we were there since the very beginning and then the very end. Well, I wasn't there for the very
You
end,
were
but
you were pretty much there.
yeah.
It was you you were the there. Uh yeah, so all that, but let's put this out. Who do you think, other than me and you, was the best staff member?
Um, Adam.
I'd have to agree. Now, skipping Adam and Julia, and let's just remove Daniel from the equation too. Who else would you think the best staff member would be? Of course,
Um,
obviously.
hmm, I don't know. Maybe Lexus. I don't know.
It it would definitely be Ashley for me.
Well, I never really got to know Ashley.
The main reason is because she, other than you, was the only person to go and stop a griefing. Holy crap! I just forgot something. That's why Revolution MC went down.
What?
Griefing, the griefing, the griefing the one griefing we never solved.
Oh my God! Yeah. Okay, let me take this one. So, so he's done this before, right? So he's well we've done it. He's done it with me. One time we got a save of the faction map, blew the shit out of the spawn, called all the staff members, and we were just like, alright, so someone didn't grief this somehow. And then we dropped it on. We were just like, just kidding. We have a save of the map, and then we reloaded it. It was all fine. So this time, it was like, it was what, like noon or something one time.
Probably.
It wasn't late at night or anything. It was just middle of the day. Casey messages me, and he's like, "Get on right now." And I was just like, "Okay." Which at this point, I knew it couldn't have been good because the only reason that one of us would message someone that, like, get on right now, is if something bad had happened. So, um, so we got on, and I saw the faction spawn blown to bits. I was just like, who did this? He was just like, that's not the worst part. Come to the main spawn. So I went to the main spawn. So there was lava involved in the walls.
Maybe it
They
was
had blown
everywhere.
up the walls, and it was pouring everywhere. So there was lava everywhere. There were giant craters, and I was just like, "Wait, do you have a save of the map?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think so." And he looked for it, reloaded the server several times, had no backup. He had a
Oh,
backup for the factions, but
factions.
not for
That,
the main spawn.
that was the mistake.
Yeah, and so we got Adam on.
And
Couldn't get Julie on, of course.
everybody just accused me. Just
Yeah, at first, when I saw it, I was just like, alright, so no one could have done this. You must have done it. Reload the map so we can just stop doing this. You were just like, I don't have a reload of the map. I was like, stop fucking around. Reload the map. So, and then Adam got on. At this point, whenever I messaged Adam, I was convinced that Casey didn't do it, which he didn't. Um, uh, so Adam got on. Did you do it?
uh,
Did you do it, Casey?
all right. Since it's gone, I guess it's time to. I fucked up. I
So
fucked
Casey did it then.
and all right. So I don't remember what time I did this at. I just know that nobody was ever getting on. Like it was getting to a slow point, and I was like, maybe this will get people on. I had a valid fucking reason to do this. I was like, this will get people to get on. It'll get us to be like, get us our steam again. It'll get Julia back. It'll get everybody. And so I went and I put a backup. I said I thought it would do all the worlds. We had two worlds, uh, and it apparently only did the faction world. I went and griefed it. Didn't realize what went on, and I got Jacob on. I did the whole charade. I convinced the shit out of him that it wasn't me, and then I realized that when I went to go reload the map, because I was like, yeah, okay, joke's over, let me reload the map now. And I did try it, and I tried for probably 3 fucking hours, and I was pissed. I couldn't do it. Like, so at that point, my anger has got to have been one that made you believe me, because I was legitly pissed, and I just fucked up so bad that it fucked the whole thing. It it
I knew that it had to be one of the staff members.
it. That's why I didn't allow the blame to be put on any of this other staff members. So I was like, you're like, remember it's one of the staff? I was like, no, it wasn't.
So
It,
anyway, let me continue with the story,
yeah.
you asshole. Um, so we got Adam on. He saw it. He was just like, Casey, what did you do? He didn't even say like, all right, so I think it was you. He didn't slow play. He was like, what did you do, Casey? He was like, I didn't do this. Which now I know I can make fun of you for that because you're an asshole. So, so he eventually convinced Adam that it wasn't him.
Hmm.
And then we got Julia on, did the same thing. She was just like, all right, so one of you must have been goofing around, trolling me. We're just like, nope, wasn't us. And so then Casey made a very poor attempt at trying to rebuild the map, which I didn't get because I built the map. So did Julia. We were both like, nope, screw it, it's done. We can't fix this. I guess now I know why he did that because he fucked it up in the first place.
I was devastated.
So, so so he just tried to rebuild it over and over again, and we're just like, Casey, give up. It's not gonna work, and it didn't. That's why it died, Casey. Thanks. Good job.
It died thanks to me, but if you think about it, it was probably good that it
Yeah, it
happened.
was probably a good thing.
It
But I just wish that you didn't blow up the spawn that bad.
I fucked it up majorly. I fucked up, and I actually didn't think I'd ever say it, but server's done. It's not a big deal anymore. Uh, yeah, so that's pretty much the whole history of the server. There's a few details that we left out, like why exactly what happened to Alexis completely, because she came back and then left, and Tyler, but there was we left out the minor details. Everything else is there.
We left out the stuff that doesn't really matter. So that is the story of Gameropolis.
Gameropolis. I'm honestly getting really sad. It's just
I still think of it as Revolution MC because that was the best
Revelation MC
time.
is the best. We're going to put it to rest as Revolution MC.
So that was the entire, well, almost the entire story of Revolution MC. It only took about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And yeah, uh, that's just gonna go up here in this thing. So yeah, thanks if you actually watched it this far.
Thank you guys for listening.
And if you ever played on the server, if you're listening, thank you. Been fun.
I hope you enjoyed hearing about the history and what came after you played.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you guys.